Hello viewers, we'll be going over UGAZ and DGAZ. We'll be using the day-by-day probability model as our support and resistance gauges, and these models come from similar trends in the past but not identical, so do keep that in mind. And it examines the 7-day performance of each previous trends. So let's start with UGAZ on the technical analysis. On the 1 hour chart, we're currently oversold on the 1 hour RSI. We're now in the negative MACD. If we extend out further on the 4 hour chart, we were approaching to positive MACD. However, overnight we saw a divergence and we're starting to head lower, and we have not reached oversold RSI yet. So there is more momentum to the downside. And at the moment, we're nearing the all-time lows of $14.88, and that is roughly around 4 cents away. So if we were to find support, we'll just use the day-by-day probability model as a gauge. So back in the previous trend performance, we will say the 17% drop to 34% drop as a possible support level, and that is a 14% chance to hit that standard deviation. So let's mark 17% away from where we're at as our immediate support. So we'll use the trend line as our gauge. So a 17% drop will be roughly around, let's say, $11.82. So that will be our first immediate support if we do manage to fall lower. Again, that is around $11.88. As for resistance, if we do manage to head up higher, let's examine the day-by-day probability model. We'll just use 17% resistance as our max resistance line. So that will be roughly around the price of, if we start off from where we are at to 17%, and that would be roughly around the price of $17.30. That will be our resistance in the meantime, the next coming days. That also coincides with the 18-day, or I should say 9-day moving average, this blue line. And in the past week, we failed to break above it, so it does act as our resistance. And let's see if we find any more value on the 4 hour chart. If we examine closer, that also coincides with the 9 and 18 moving average on the 4 hour chart as our possible resistance to the upside. So now let's examine DGAZ. So at the moment on the 1 hour chart, DGAZ is currently overbought on the 1 hour RSI. As for the 4 hour chart, if we wait a bit, and we are now we saw a convergence overnight, and it's still on positive 4 hour MACD. We have not reached overbought RSI, so there is still momentum to the upside. As for the daily chart, so now let's mark resistance and support levels for DGAZ. Again, it's based on previous past trends that are similar but not identical, so do keep that in mind. So if we were to fall lower for DGAZ, we have a 25% chance to fall between negative 18% to negative 36%. We'll use negative 18% as our support. So negative 18% is roughly around, if we start from where we're currently at, negative 18% drop is roughly around $235. So that will be our first immediate support. And that coincides with previous support levels that dated back to February 19 as well as March 11, sort of back in April as well. And you could see slightly the purple line as our 18-day moving average also coincides with that support level. So let's mark or find the resistance. If we do manage to climb higher, the resistance level, we'll just use the 18% movement to the upside, or we have a 25% chance back then of increasing between 18 to 36%. So let's mark 18% to the upside as our resistance. So if we were to move 18% to the upside to where we're currently at, let's just mark this. So that is roughly around $344. And let's mark that as our temporary resistance in the next coming days. That coincides with previous resistance that even dated back to, say, February 28th, as well as March 19th, and close to, let's say, April 16th as our resistance. So again, the day-by-day probability model is available in the link below or in the video description. And if you enjoy this content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.